Look high above Fatality Field in Phoenix, Arizona, the site of a Week 13 tilt as the Motor City V8s come to town and go west to take on the West-clinching Arizona Scorpions. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. It is Chris Curtis alongside Brett Solberg. And Brett, Week 13, still a lot of questions to be answered in the playoff picture. Not as many in this game, however. Both teams still in it. Motor City, even though they have only a couple of wins, still have an outside shot.
Yeah, and the big key for Motor City is just to continue winning like they did last week. A nice and easy 3-point victory against Denver. They did it with Josh Kelly, their second quarterback, but they're going to bring King Jackson back into the fold. We'll see how that changes up their game plan as they're facing a Scorpion squad that wants to reclaim that top position in the standings right now because of Mexico City winning earlier tonight. Now they're sitting the second spot, so they want to get that win back.
Yeah, absolutely. Arizona came into the week with the top spot in the playoff standings, but the Aztecs took that away with a win in the last block. They look to reclaim. Here we go. We're ready for football. Hopefully you are as well as we get things underway in the desert. Kick is up and gone. Motor City gets the football first, and they'll field it from their own end zone. Touch it back, and the V8s start at their own 20-yard line. They're led by King Jackson, Shaden Kaufman, and Christopher Dean, your halfbacks. Julian Gusters, the fullback. Your wide receivers, King Alexander, Johan Sutherland, Queen Jackson, Terrell Cooper, and Jay Viper, along with tight ends Azami Mihata and Phil Coase. We'll get to the offensive line in just a minute. 4-3 look on defense for Arizona. Their first look at this Motor City offense. Up through the middle. That's not going to go very far. Christopher Dean on the first carry gets taken down by this Arizona defense.
And they want to get Christopher Dean going early because his last two games he's had over 160 yards of total rushing. Between those two, they want to keep it to the red-hot hand on the ground.
Nathaniel Diggs in the tackle there. Single back formation, tight end to the left for Motor City. Blitz coming, throw right side, dropped. That one should have been caught. It would have made it a much more manageable third down. And instead, it is a 3rd and 9. It is Mo Biggins, Scott Pancake, Bill, and Phil McMillan, the offensive linemen, tackles and guards respectively for this V8 offense. They look at their first third down of the day. It is Christopher Dean in the backfield. Single back, 3 to the right in the bunch. Trying to get Motor City's first down of the game. Jackson looks, moves left, pressure comes from the back. He'll turn and run and gets taken down 3 yards short. Motor City can't get the job done on third down. It's a 6-yard rush, but they will have to punt it away to the Scorpions.
Yeah, and King Jackson wanted to look for someone to at least get the first down. There was an open look that would get him maybe 5 yards, but he decided to tuck and run himself, and it was just a little bit short.
All right, so first punt of the day for the kicker, Brad Maynard. He's going to put this up and gone. Kick is up and at the 38-yard line is where they have the football. Return to the 41. No further than that for Arizona as it's Donnie Hands with the return. Ashley Jackson brings out the Scorpions offense, flanked by Brad Jones, DJ Moses II, and then the fullback Bismarck right. Wide receivers Donnie Hands, who we heard from, Yayo Montana, Hank Earl Troll, and TJ Punk. The tight ends Adam Grabowski and Will Todd. We'll get to the offensive line in just a moment. Arizona's first possession on first down. Ashley Jackson's under center. Rolls right, first throw of the game in, pressure and taken down. That's a hard hit and a huge sack on the blitzing. I think that was a blitzing corner, and either way, Motor City gets the sack.
Yeah, I think that was TJ Harper, the outside linebacker, coming in on the spot. You can see he just kind of breaks through from the offensive line and has wide open sights on Ashley Jackson, so she can't get that ball off before she gets smothered to the ground. Big signing for this season on that defensive side, TJ Harper has been this season.
Yeah, big-time impact from TJ Harper, indeed, the outside linebacker. Where he came from on the field, it looked like a corner, but not so much. 2nd and 15 for Ashley Jackson. Backing it up, quick drop, looks to throw this. Pressure coming again, right side deep and incomplete. Double covered there was the receiver trying to go long with it was Jackson. It'll be 3rd and long coming up. Offensive linemen, Tina Begin, Patrick Kelly, on the tackles, Gene Benazzi, Igor Barbatov for the guards, and then Charles Michael is under center, giving the ball to Ashley Jackson. 3rd and long coming up here for Arizona.
Yeah, this is going to be a big third down early on for Arizona. If they can get that pass game going, it's going to spell disaster for Motor City moving forward.
Empty the backfield. First time she tried to go long, she missed the target. She'll try to go long here. She's going to have to.
Wow.
She gets to run instead. That's a weird choice given how many yards they had to get, but it's a 6-yard run for Ashley Jackson. 4th down, Arizona will punt it away.
Yeah, you can see this of either one or two ways from this. So the one way could be that she's trying to one-up King Jackson in the tuck and run game, but the other one, again, is just great coverage from this Motor City defense on this first drive.
Kick is up and gone. Punt get all the way to the 15-yard line. Returned from there. Stays on his feet. Has a chance to get to the outside and gets to the 25. No further than that. That's pretty good return from Sutherland. And he has the V8 starting at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, what Motor City has to do on this drive, they just need to maintain possession of the football, get a couple first downs, see if they can score first in enemy territory. That's the biggest thing when it comes to road teams, is to get that early momentum started.
See what their second drive looks like. First drive, not really a success. King Jackson looking to get things going for this Motor City roster. Split backs, 2 to the left, 1 to the right against the nickel look for Arizona. Southpaw looks, throws on the short route, and that is going to be a 1-yard gain. No further than that, they'll give him 2 on the pass to the flat, and it's 2nd and 8 coming.
Yeah, they've tried this a couple times this season, and that's a result of Gusters getting his 10th reception this season, but he's only averaged about 3 yards per catch. So it's not been a great thing on that playbook this season.
That's pressure coming. Throws on the run. Tipped and incomplete. That was an awkward-looking throw from Jackson, but he had plenty of heat on it. It is knocked away by Arizona as Albert Begin gets his hand on it. 3rd and 8 coming. Motor City trying to avoid their second straight 3-and-out.
And one of the things that Eddie Gage was talking about at the Streets Are Talking earlier this week is that he is so frustrated with all these pass deflections that Arizona gets. They're 2nd in the league in pass deflections, but only have 10 interceptions to their name, 21st in the league.
Trying to finish the play, I think, is Eddie's message to his team there. That's going to be a throw. Jackson, deep drop back.
Wow.
And he's caught. Somehow found the seam to get it to his receiver, King Alexander, between 2 Scorpions at the first and 10.
Yeah, with one receiver out and Queen Jackson being inactive this week, it's more so now in the hands of other receivers, more specifically guys like Terrell Cooper and King Alexander that we saw there, the big 6'3", 240 frame, using his strength to get the ball.
1st and 10 for Motor City. First big pass of the game landed by the V8s. Wide receiver options on either side. Also, the backs are split behind Jackson. Throws this right side. That one's
open.
Caught. Got some room on the outside, trying to catch the edge and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. It is Sutherland over there who had one-on-one coverage.
And again, we talk about that depth chart changing on the wide receiver core. Now it's going to be a bigger role for Johan Sutherland, who's usually, in the lower stages of that lineup. Now getting a step up. He's usually more so their speed guy. Him and King Alexander really getting involved early on. And once you get that pass game going, it starts to really pay an effect. We're starting to see it over the last couple of weeks for them too, which has now led them to be a top 10 passing offense in the league.
Sutherland really took McCray Sr. on a ride there in that corner route. That was really nicely done by Johan Sutherland. 1st and 10 from the 25, more like the 24.5-yard line. Looking to throw this is Jackson over the middle, tipped, and it'll land in the end zone incomplete. 2nd and 10. Good coverage there on the back end of that play by Rain Rie.
Yeah, Rain Rie, the heir apparent to Eddie Gage. He's the next one up. That once Eddie Gage retired, he came in from the Alamo City squad and came in immediately to make an impact. He's got 7 pass deflections, make that 8 now for the season.
6.5 left in this first quarter of play. 2nd and 10 for Motor City. High formation for Jackson. Has the football, backs it up, 5-step drop, throw over the right side, tipped and nearly intercepted twice. That was close on the back end of that. 3rd and long coming up here for Motor City.
And here's something interesting. There's Josh Kelly under center right now. He actually threw that last football, and he was lined up in the huddle. They're going back to King Jackson here, but we're starting to see that now with some multiple teams with a 2-quarterback play.
Interesting look from the V8. Bunch to the left. This is Jackson here. He will get taken down. And what's more, it might be at the tail end of field goal range for English T. See what they come up with, but that's a big-time hit, and D.D. Sex put him to the ground.
Yeah, not a big sack team this season in recent seasons past this Arizona team. Only 11th in the league, but that defensive line is still dangerous, and Dede Sachs gets his third of the season.
And it will be a punt. They're going to punt from their own 30, or from the 30-yard line of Arizona. Going to pin the Scorpions deep, or at least they'll try, and this is going to end up at the 20-yard line. So interesting decision not to go for the field goal, probably related to the leg on English T.
Yeah, and he's only had a long of 39 this season, 15 to 17 this season. So maybe there isn't enough confidence for him to reach out past maybe 45 yards right now.
So they'll try to play the field position game, start the Scorpions at the 20-yard line with the football. 1st and 10 for Ashley Jackson. She'll roll left. Looks to throw this, slings over the middle. That one's caught in front of 2 V8 defenders. That's Will Todd, the tight end, has it 1st and 10.
And another thing that Eddie Gage has been wanting to do this season is get Will Todd more involved. He says he loves his tight end action, and he just has been targeted to a lot this season, just his 17th reception this season, and hoping to get over the 200-yard mark, and that's kind of been their kryptonite this season. Not enough tight end play for the Arizona offense.
Yeah, Arizona is at their best when they're able to work it over the middle of the field, and that's Will Todd's office is what that is. 1st and 10 for Arizona. Handoff through the middle. First time we see DJ Moses carry the football. Actually, Brad Jones, apologies. 2nd and 7, 3-yard gain.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that through these first 2 drives, not a lot of carries between so far. And we're talking about a team that is 1st in the league in total carries, 393 coming into this game.
5:05 left in this first quarter of play. This will be another handoff. Left side, a couple yards. They'll say you got nothing. I disagree with that. 3rd and 5 coming up here for Arizona. Key 3rd down again. We see no offense from either side, and Arizona has yet to hit a chunk play.
Yeah, Motor City's defense has really played up to par over this first half quarter, really putting it to Arizona's offense and saying to them, hey, you got to bring it too.
They're forcing Arizona to pass the ball. Jackson throw to the right-hand side. Should have a first down and more. Does. That's going to be deep in down the right side, and down the sideline they go. That is ideal for Arizona. They get the ball in the hands of the fullback Bismarck right at the 1st and 10.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you're kind of shocked that they don't do this often enough with Bismarck, right? Just his first passing reception of the season, and that got them easily a good 10-12 yards. Easy first down, and moves the chains for Arizona.
There we go. 1st and 10. 4:24 to go in this first quarter of play. Heavy set look with 1 to the left, 1 to the right. They'll send some extra help. It's a run to the right-hand side. 3-yard gain for DJ Moses. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you can tell that Motor City's MO has been to stop the run game so far. Right now, we've seen a little bit of struggling to start off with the carries between Jones and Moses just on these 3 carries alone.
Motor City in the top 10 as far as rush yards given per game, showing they can stop one of the league's elite running forces, at least for the first few moments. That one's going to be a 1-yard loss, as that one's a big hit laid by the defender. That's Nicholas Warner coming up to make the hit.
And again, we talk about that run defense. They're really trying to focus on stopping the stretch run. We've seen that a lot already from Arizona's run offense.
Arizona has only converted 1 3rd down in this football game. They're 3rd and 6. Back is Jackson looking to throw this. Moves left. Now he's going to tuck and run. She will not get there. She didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Kappa Jones going to put a hit on, and it'll be a punt upcoming for the Scorpions.
And early on, Motor City getting to the quarterback twice in this game. Arizona prides themselves on keeping Ashley Jackson clean. She's only had 14 sacks against her this season. Now adding 2 more to that marker, and that puts them out of field goal range as well.
Yes, it does. So another punt upcoming. We remain scoreless with 2:55 left in this first quarter of play. This punt's going to bounce at about the 21-yard line and then take an Arizona bounce down to the 8-yard line, and that is where the Scorpions will down the football. Motor City starts there. Real good punt on the back end of that 1st and 10.
Very good work from the punter to not try to overkick it, but make sure that he gets that extra bounce as well. He only kicked it to around the 21, and then it had a very favorable bounce to go inside the 10.
Very similar team stats so far in this football game. Both teams 1 for 3 on 3rd down as well. King Jackson, first play from scrimmage on this drive, is going to be a handoff. That'll be to Christopher Dean for a yard. No further than that.
And I think Arizona knows that Christopher Dean needs to get hot early so that the offense can really get going. So they're going to try to shut down Dean early and often.
Motor City on 2nd and 9. Going to try to make this 3rd down more manageable here if they can. Alexander will throw right over the middle of the field, and that is incomplete. That'll hit the target and then hit the ground. Here comes a 3rd and long for Motor City.
Yeah, and this again forcing into another passing down. And this might be a little bit more favorable for Arizona's side just because they have the pin so deep. And we've already seen a sack on 3rd down. So King Jackson's got to be careful on this throw.
Dime look. Quads on offense. They're going to move the receiver to the right side. A little bit of man-to-man played by Arizona. 3rd and 9. Backing it up, looking to throw this. Jackson in some trouble. Going to tuck it and run again.
Wow.
Sidesteps one, but he does not get the 1st down. Jackson gets taken down. That was a shifty little move, but a great tackle in the open field will bring him down with 2 minutes to go.
A stellar sidestep of the pursuing defensive lineman to get through, but just couldn't get his slide action going to get the 1st down. So close, but yet so far for Motor City.
That is going to send this ball back to midfield. And a return happening to the 44-yard line of Motor City. Donnie Hands brings it there. And with 1:46 to go in this 1st quarter, Brett, this puts Ashley Jackson back on the field with a really good field position.
Yeah, really have to focus on getting 1 1st down, if anything, to get into Cliff Allen range, and then just really cook it at this point. So if I'm Arizona, I'm still trying to extend that clock as much as possible, get the early time possession battle in, especially when it's been back and forth in the defensive, slogging so far in this 1st quarter.
Only 4 1st downs combined between these two teams, as you see up there. 1st and 10. A little bit of a man-to-man look on 1st down. This smells like a run. It is. Left side. They're going to stretch it out. They have a chance for Brad Jones. He will get himself 7 yards. Actually, DJ Moses with that run. 2nd and 3.
Yeah, you might be visually impaired a bit there, Curtis, but your nose is right on point with guessing on a run on 1st down, and it looked precisely so. Another stretch run, but this time they go to the left. They've gone to the right a lot to start off this 1st quarter, so going to the left really changed things for Motor City's level.
They may go left side again as well. 2nd and 3. And they will go up the middle this time, and that is a 1st and 10 as Brad Jones gets his 1st carry of the drive. 1:11 to go in this 1st quarter, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about former Alamo City players. Someone like Brad Jones, we've seen it in Alamo City in seasons past, powering through for 1st downs. We see it here again tonight.
Single back look. I would continue to run it until Motor City proves they can stop it. At this point, instead it'll be a throw. Jackson
wide open.
Side incomplete. What a hit on the back end of that play to knock it free. That is perfectly timed from Todd Rigsby, who knocked the ball out of the hands.
Yeah, and Yayo Montana was wide open. It was just a picture-perfect play from Arizona. But like you said, Curtis, Rigsby comes in, jars the ball loose, not with his hands, but with his body to kind of force Montana to jar it loose.
Clock stops, 50 seconds left to go in this 1st quarter of play. They'll move the receivers, make it a little more symmetrical out there, 1 and 1. Jackson, quick drop, floats one right side. That one's caught by Will Todd. He'll get himself 9 more yards, and it's 3rd and 1 coming up with the clock ticking.
Very shocked that he actually got a hold of that football, because there was a lot of white and blue jerseys in the area. He just happened to have it like maybe in between the armpit of his defender to get to that football, but nonetheless, a catch is a catch, and now it's 3rd and short.
3rd and 1, 25 seconds to go. I formation. Looking like a 4-4 look from Motor City. 4-3 is what they're going with. Should be the last play of the quarter. That's a 1st down and a couple more down to the 17-yard line. That puts the Scorpions in the red zone to end the 1st quarter of play. It's a scoreless affair in the desert at Fatality Field. It's a 0-0 game. Who'd have thunk it? As we play the 1st frame, that's done. SFL on YouTube brings us back for the 2nd. Aerial coverage of tonight's game brought to you by Dags DroneWorks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Look high above Phoenix, Arizona, and outside Fatality Field. It is a week 13 in front of us here. It's a pretty good one, to say the least. This matchup showing to have some potential to be a competitive game. Chris Curtis, Brett Killian in the broadcast booth with you. Brett Solberg, apologies. Ron Haynes in the stats truck as well.
And don't forget Jadoobie-Doo there in there as well.
Yeah, Jadoobie-Doo, that's true. It'll be a run through the middle, and it is a run forward and an injured player on the field. That's a problem for Arizona. Who is it? No, it's Motor City, apologies. That is not ideal, no matter which way you slice it.
Yeah, that's going to be, it looks to be Rodney Panani that's down, the 13-season veteran, and that's a presence you don't want to lose on that linebacking core. You do have guys like Kappa Jones, King McNeely, and TJ Harper to kind of cover that loss, but Panani is a big presence on that linebacking core.
And TJ Harper is definitely capable to fit the bill. However, he can't play every snap. In theory, anyway. 2nd and 4. Hand off through the middle. Got to push the blockers forward. Gets a yard and no further than that. That was Mark Kaufman on the tackle. Here comes a 3rd down and 3 for Arizona. They are already in field goal range. So risk management needs to be on top of the mind of Ashley Jackson.
Yeah, my nose is saying run here.
Yep, your nose is correct, but the Motor City nose is also saying run. Warner makes the stop, forces the 4th down. Arizona's going to lead it on Cliff Allen for a field goal.
Yeah, big Cliff Allen coming in. Let me just see here on his stats here. It's 6'4", 210. He's a big boy for a kicker. Let's see if he can get 26 yards to go for Arizona.
Kick is up, and it is good. And the chip shot field goal. 3-0 lead for Arizona. I swear it's going to say, yeah, special teams on his tombstone in 50 years. And there you go. 3-0 lead for the Scorps.
Yeah, and sometimes first blood in a stalemate like this is always helpful, especially for the home team. Now it's for the defense to respond and continue stopping that Motor City offense.
Might be a matter of breaking the dam, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. Motor City's going to return this. It's Sutherland on that return. He's got it through the middle. Got a chance to go. Oh, that was close. Gets taken down from behind, but a fantastic return for number 13 in white. That is Johan Sutherland, the wide receiver.
Yeah, and sometimes it's good to be a shorter receiver like Johan Sutherland. I talked about it before, just 6 feet, which is way below the standard height for SFL wide receivers. So it's going to make him more agile as a player. And now he's just following the lines of open space that he could and got good break, got to the 38.
Nearly broke there. 9:04 to go from the 38-yard line. Motor City will start this next drive, trying to answer a field goal from Arizona. Chance for Terrell Cooper at the top of your screen. They moved him over there. That's going to be a catch and run. Quick 5-yard gain for the receiver on that play. That is a chance for Motor City to move the chains on 2nd down here.
First look for Phil Koss. He is the 2nd leading receiver in terms of team receptions at 32. Now it's his 33rd. They want to get him involved too.
4-3 look on defense. Chance to run this through the left side. Close, but not getting the first down as Christopher Dean just shy of the yellow line to gain 3rd and inches.
Yeah, and you could say easily that was Christopher Dean's best look so far in this game. He actually had open space over on that left side, tried to cut in and try to get the first down, but was very short. This is perfect quarterback sneak territory.
This is through the left side anyway, and it will be a run forward for Kaufman. Shane Kaufman gets the first down and a couple more. It's 1st and 10 instead.
Yeah, this time Motor City gets their first down on the drive. We've seen it stall a couple times on 3 and outs. Now they can continue this drive, and hopefully for Motor City, they can keep moving down the field and respond.
Two tight ends to the left. They'll move one into motion. Motor City trying to move this football. They're on the midfield logo as it sits right now. 4-3 look from Arizona. Handoff through the middle, going forward, getting a few yards. That'll work. Christopher Dean gets 4 and makes it a manageable 2nd down.
And sometimes it's just about those little gains that really help things out for 2nd down that Motor City needs. 4 yards is still a positive play, and they could really open things up on the 2nd down.
I formation look. Jackson looks to throw this deep over the middle. Oh, it was a one-handed attempt, but knocked out of the hands. The last second is going to be an Albert Begin play. It's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, just perfectly timed from Begin as well, because that could have been possibly a nice hands catch of the game early candidate from Phil Koss, reaching out with his outstretched hand on the left side, but doesn't manage to hold on the hit.
3rd and 6 coming up, 7:20 left in this second quarter. Jackson will throw, plenty of time, floats one right side, it's incomplete. It'll hit Sutherland at the 20 and bounce to the 15. 4th down, Motor City will punt again.
Yeah, you're really talking about King Jackson, only in his 2nd season in the league, trying to throw against these secondary veterans, I guess you could say, between these guys. Like looking at like Everett Garrison and Terrell Davis, those guys have had 10+ seasons under their belt. That's tough for any quarterback.
Punt is up and gone. It'll be at the 19-yard line. It's fair caught there. They'll say at the 20. And here come the Scorpions one more time. They had a field goal on their last drive. That drive was only 35 yards. And they have plenty of more ground to go with 7:09 left here in the second quarter. See what they can do with it as they come up for the next drive.
Yeah, this might be a run-heavy drive for Arizona because it really worked out, especially for Brad Jones on that last drive.
We've got DJ Moses back there right now. Handoff through the middle, and that will be something for the fullback. Tight end turned fullback on that play, Will Todd.
Yeah, and Will Todd, you know, they want to get him. Gage was saying that he wanted to get him more involved, so why not just put him in a fullback position, get him a carry every now and again.
Yeah, he can lower the shoulder with the best of them, no doubt about that. 2nd and long. Throw from Jackson on the crossing pattern. It's a good one. 1st down and more, dragging a defender all the way down there. About 7 extra yards given on that, and Arizona has themselves a 1st down. Second time we've seen Yayo Montana.
Yeah, and that was a very unfortunate diving attempt from Sammy Seatbelt. So he was trying to deflect, try to get any pass deflection, but what that resulted in was yards after the catch. Yak for Yayo Montana.
See how aggressive Sammy Seatbelt wants to be. He has interceptions in 2 of the last 3 games. 2 to the right. 1 in the backfield. Handoff, left side, plenty of room. Gonna try to spin out of it. It didn't work. 7 yards gained there for DJ Moses. No further than that. The SFL Convention's headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor, and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. Handoff left side, not going to happen. No gain, no loss in the play either, but it sets up a key 3rd down for Motor City's defense.
Yeah, key tackle from Todd Rigsby again. You know, kind of being involved a lot in this first half in terms of pass defense and run defense so far. Now it's going to be a 3rd and short for Arizona. That's not a guarantee. It might be 3 yards, but this run defense from Motor City has been fairly good so far, despite them really running them down their throats.
They're 2 for 5 on 3rd down today. This is their 6th attempt. This one a 3rd and 3. 10 on the play clock. Moves into motion. Donnie Hands, top of your screen. Motor City lining up to try to stop this. They think it's a run. It's going to be, and it's going to be a 1st down and more. DJ Moses dragging another defender down to the Motor City 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Scorpions.
And the key on that toss play was the blocking from a receiving core as well as the lead block coming in. You could see Montana just trying to push around one of the corners on defense just so Moses could have a little bit more space, and it just worked out because the gap was open enough for him to get that 1st down marker and keep pushing forward.
1st and 10 for Arizona. Real good work with 4:46 to go in this second. Handoff again. They're going to continue to run it until Motor City proves they can stop it relentlessly. That is a run forward 2-yard gain.
That's precisely so. That's the 5th run play out of 6 plays already on this drive. And like I said early on, run-heavy drive was expected, and right now they are delivering on the run.
2nd and 8, 4:22. Roll out right for Jackson. Wing over the middle. That was
there he is.
Donnie Hands down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for Arizona in the red zone.
Yeah, not a lot of passing so far, but Ashley Jackson has been killer with the laser beam shots down the middle so far. We've seen it a few times in this game, but this one, 1st time to Donnie Hands on a nice little post route that goes right down the middle, just breaks off his defender, beats him, and then has plenty of space to keep moving forward. Inside the red zone once again are the Scorpions.
You bring down the linebackers and safeties thinking that everything's going to be a run. 6 out of 7 plays on the drive had been. And then all of a sudden they burn you over the top. Now if you're Motor City, you don't know what's coming. 1st and 10. Handoff, left side. That is going to be through the middle. And it is a 5-yard gain more for DJ Moses, who's bringing them down to goal territory.
Yeah, they keep splitting the service between these two running backs. Moses now with 9 carries, and we can't forget about Brad Jones, who has 6 of his own. You got to be worried about 2 running backs when it comes to the Arizona offense.
From the 8-yard line, Jackson under center. They move the tight end to the right-hand side, split him out a little bit wider. Handoff, left side, room to go, into the end zone for the touchdown. It is Brad Jones, and it's a tic-tac partnership between the running backs, and it pays off in dividends.
And what Arizona does really well on this drive is use that lead block from the fullback to help out with the run. You could see that Jones cut inside of the fullback so he could get extra yards to get to the end zone. That is a huge run-heavy drive from Arizona that finally gets him to the end zone. This late in the second quarter, you probably would have never expected it, but nonetheless, they got the early advantage.
And they do. Snap good, kick good. A kick on the way, and it is good from Cliff Allen. Yeah, special teams. 9 plays, 80 yards. Started from their own 20, 3:56 off the clock. And now Motor City is up against it, down 10-0. Man, we said coming into this drive there, Motor City had done pretty okay against the run so far. And then Arizona's like, hey, watch this.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. 7 of the 9 plays just went with straight run, and that was the majority of the offense.
Sutherland with another nice return brings it back to the 31-yard line. So now it's Motor City's turn. Need to see what they have with 3:08 here in the second quarter left. And it becomes a pretty big drive. They got to get points of some kind, even if it's a field goal, bring it back to 1 possession going into the locker room.
And with how Arizona's really shut down Christopher Dean so far in this quarter and a half, they might be forced to throw more in this drive.
Got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. That's what Motor City kind of lacks the ability to do when their chips are on the table. 1st and 10. Handoff, and another opportunity for Christopher Dean that goes by the wayside. No gain, no loss. 3 minutes to go.
Just an absolute swarming of Arizona defenders right down the middle, kind of giving Motor City a taste of their own medicine, because that's what Motor City did all in that last drive, is just swarm up that middle.
Tight end off to the right. 2 tight ends in the game for Motor City. Jackson looks to throw this. Throws right side, trying to get out of it. Breaks through a tackle, trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He couldn't do it. Lost a couple yards in the process. That's not what they needed. And here comes they're gonna pin their ears back and try to get after Jackson in this play. Right?
Yeah, and that was all caused by a throw behind Koss, which basically was just disaster from the start, and it was just Koss trying to fight to get to the line.
Arizona crowd getting loud, trying to will their team to a stop on 3rd and 12. In the gun is Jackson. Rolls left, time, throws, crosses body. That one's caught. What a ball from King Jackson to Johan Sutherland. It is 1st and 10, close to midfield.
Yeah, and Jackson over the last couple weeks, barring last week that he didn't play, he's been starting to love throwing to his younger receivers, guys like Alexander and Sutherland, who have really paid things off in kind and getting big games himself as we hit the 2-minute warning.
That is 120 seconds left to the halftime whistle. It is a 10-0 Arizona lead. Motor City trying to get something on the board before the halftime break. I formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the backfield for Motor City. I guess a 4-3 look on defense from Arizona. This being 1st down. Over the middle, that one's caught. A nice 7-yard gain going forward. That is certainly something in their favor, as that will be a 2nd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, and I think now that we're getting into that 2-minute drill for Motor City's offense, they're going to start tossing the ball a little bit more. See if they can hit the end zone before before 30 seconds left.
At least take a couple of decent shots at it. See what they can do here. Left side stretch run. It'll be Christopher Dean, who's taken down in the backfield. Couldn't get around his blocking, and he is taken down at the apex of the run, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it's a good concept to get all those blockers to help him with that stretch run. But the Arizona defense, more specifically Nathaniel Diggs, just breaks through that blocking line and gets to Christopher Dean.
They spread the defensive line out. They don't think they're going to run inside. They will do a play action on this. Jackson in some trouble. Now throws over the middle.
Oh.
That one is incomplete. That one nearly found the hands of the receiver, but at the last possible moment, he couldn't complete the process. It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, and you had a guy in front like Albert Begin, and then a guy behind the receiver too, which happened to be Bo Barton Jr. Yes, you are on the field right now, Bo, but nonetheless, it's going to be a 4th down.
Punt upcoming, low snap, handled well. That'll get bouncing at the 19-yard line. Fair caught there at the 19. So they gave the ball back to Arizona with 59 seconds left. If you're Arizona, how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to try for the 3-possession lead?
I'm not entirely sure. With how this game is kind of panned out, it feels like a 10-point lead is very comfortable. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they just run the clock out and just head to the locker room.
Smells like a run on this play. Heavy set look, it is a run. Right side, plenty of room. If he spins out of it, he does. That is a great run from DJ Moses, and that'll chew more clock. 1st and 10 for Arizona.
Yeah, and that's what they want. They want to get that run game going, and right now it has been going. Look at that. 10 carries now for DJ Moses, up to 65 yards in this first half. That is what you want from your running back.
1st and 10. DJ Moses, he's been good so far. 60-yard average. For those of you who can do quick math and can read. 35 seconds to go. Yeah, definitely not wanting to press things here. Remember, Arizona does get the ball back to start the second half. This will be a broken tackle. Somehow Brad Jones got through there. I'm not entirely sure how, but he gets 3 yards.
Man, this might be the final play of the half unless they want to snap it right at 1 second. Which I wouldn't be too surprised if they do to get at least one run going for Moses here.
3 seconds left. 2, 1, and they do. One more run, left side. Plenty of room as well. Trying to break a tackle, and that is the Moses way to end the first half of play. So Arizona's up 10-0. Motor City's had chances, but has not been able to put them on the board. And after 2 quarters, they're down by 2 possessions. Brett Solberg, break it down for me. What'd you see? What'd you not see? What do you like?
I think the main thing is that that first quarter was really beneficial for Motor City because they tried to dictate their own pace, but they kind of lost their way in the second quarter. Arizona started to kind of dictate their own way of playing, and they have really gone run heavy in this quarter. We can see 15 runs to just 4 passes just in that second quarter alone, and it's been paying off. You can see that DJ Moses is breaking open. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry right now after that big run, and then they kind of can, pay things off with, a pass every now and again. What Motor City needs to do is try to shore back up that run game so they can get back in this game.
That's our half. Let's take a halftime break, brought to you by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed footballs, jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors at our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot by hitting the humongous headliner on our site, brakesgpt.com. Here comes the Scorpions on the return. That's a real nice return. Good returns by both sides tonight as we start this second half of play. And take a look at the halftime stats. Arizona has the better total yards. Everything else, the rushing yards has been the difference.
Yeah, that's basically the big difference between the two. Chris Verdeen can't get going, but Brad Jones and DJ Moses have. That has been the difference maker, and that's essentially what the difference of 10 points makes.
Arizona favored by a good bit, 43.5. Is that what I see in the over-under?
Yes, sir.
Fair enough. Jack Stetta doing work all season long. Thanks to them for another great season. This will be a run forward. Nice run forward for Moses as he has 9 yards on the carry.
And now we're starting to see from Arizona side weak side stretches, which is really, getting to Motor City's head, because they've gone strong side so many times in that first half, and now ending that first half and starting the second half on weak side runs.
And that tells me that Arizona is pretty deep in their bag of tricks, so to speak. This is going to be a run forward for Jones, another stretch run that's going to get him a first down and a couple more. As there, it's their third play of the drive already, and Arizona already has a first down.
Name of the game is first downs, and ultimately Arizona has just gotten them right now. That's the 10th first down of the game. Motor City only with 2 in their bag right now. So if Arizona can continue this momentum, this could be a very big game for the run game.
That is a run forward again, 3-yard gain for Bismarck Wright. The fullback has a carry as we continue to tick time down. Already a minute gone in this third quarter.
Yeah, probably Eddie Gage's favorite player to try to get involved in Bismarck Wright. Loves the fullback, trying to get more action for him this season. Hasn't seen a lot compared to last season, but still getting the love.
Weak side I formation. This will be a roll to the left. Jackson throws, and it's complete. First down and more, down to the 38-yard line in Motor City territory for his third catch. It's Will Todd.
I truly thought that it was in the hands of Sammy Seatbelt, and once again, Will Todd finding a way to, get that ball in between arms, in between armpits, like under the jersey. He's finding ways to get catches, and, this is Eddie Gage's dream right now. Will Todd getting catches.
First and 10. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Ashley Jackson. Backing it up, 5-step drop, going to set up a screen to the outside, and a great open field tackle is going to put that one in the back pocket. DJ Moses will hit the ground, and they lose a couple yards.
And again, it's Todd Rigsby coming in with the key play to really help out that Motor City defense. He's come in for a lot of clutch plays, and now it's 2nd and long for Arizona.
2nd and 11. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff through the middle. It's a broken tackle. Brad Jones has himself a first down. That's a nice fight to the bitter end there. 1st and 10.
Again, breaking tackles, bruising his way forward. That is the Brad Jones way, and it just fit perfectly in the Arizona system. And you could just see it just breaking off tackles from his ankle, from his shoulders, and just finding open field.
1st and 10. 2 to the left for Ashley Jackson, 2 in the backfield in the eye. Backing it up, Jackson looks to throw. Off! A quick little drag route over the middle, and the linebacker sitting right there to take that one away. And Motor City turns over Ashley Jackson. What a play. Here come the Motor City V8s.
And you said it, Sammy Seatbelt, red hot as of recently. You said 2 of the last 3 games he's had an interception. Well, let's mark one more on the list. 3 of 4 games for Sammy Seatbelt, and we've talked about him being so close over the course of this game. He finally gets one, and this could be the momentum switcher that Motor City needs.
Here comes a turning point potentially. 2 to the right, nobody on them. Plenty of room given. Handoff through the middle. Christopher Dean trying to find some room. He'll gain 1, and no further than that. Motor City's going to try something else.
Man, it's really saying something when your leading rusher right now in this game is your quarterback. Yeah. With King Jackson with 14 yards and Christopher Dean now on a 7th carry with just 11 yards. Arizona's shut that run game down pretty well.
2nd and 9 coming up. 2 to the left. 1 off to the right. Tight end off to the left as well. 4-3 look on defense. This will be a draw play. Nothing doing again. Loses that yard right back. Another big-time hit. And here come the Arizona Scorpions on 3rd down. Something tells me that Jackson's going to be running for his life.
They're pretty much forcing King Jackson to throw that football. Maybe should have done it on 2nd down, and now 3rd and 10, he has to throw it.
Bunch left. 1 off to the right. Here comes the throw. Maybe going to try to roll out deep right side. It's hipped and incomplete. 4th down. Terrell Cooper was your intended target. Motor City will punt it away.
Yeah, I had McCray in the area. Looked to be that Begin was there too. So they're really double covering Terrell Cooper, who's only had, I think that's his first target of the game as well. So he hasn't had a lot of love, and he's kind of been forced into, playing a role of being, that outside looking in kind of receiver.
Kick is up and gone. Motor City now 3 for 9 on 3rd down conversions. This will be grabbed and returned to about the 40-yard line. 39 is what they'll say. Donnie hands on that return. So not fantastic for, well, actually pretty good for Motor City on the punt. But here come the Scorpions at their own 39.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about field position that hasn't been discussed all that much. Arizona has had a lot of good starting field positions, which has worked to their benefit. And this is the case right here at the 39.
This is pretty decent. And they're going to move it probably another, say, 40 yards, 50 yards for a chance at least a field goal. This will be a run forward. That'll get DJ Moses involved, 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and again, that run game just working pretty well. Even if he can get just 4 or 5 yards, we stated before with the Christopher Dean run that he got 4 yards. Those are successful plays on any head coach's playbook. So it just opens that up, makes it easier for second down.
Jackson looks, throws, pressure coming in her face, and she's got the completion to the 38-yard line. That'll work. That is a great little pitch and catch. And here come the Scorpions into Motor City territory.
Yeah, the nice catch from the young Adam Grabowski again over a Sammy Seatbelt. So Jackson not phased by where Sammy Seatbelt is after the interception, still throwing it his way.
The taller of the two tight ends for Arizona, Will Todd 6'4", Adam Grabowski 6'6". He used every bit of his height there to get the advantage on the feisty cornerback. That's going to be a run to the left, or to the right-hand side. Coming back to the left is going to be Moses, 2nd and 8 with 5 minutes to go.
And again, the big second half key has to be shutting down both Moses and Jones and really, force Arizona into 3rd and long, which is a good start here. It's 2nd and 8.
4:54 to go, third quarter. Left side, hurdled 1. And a Brad Jones run gets them a couple. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. How many likes do we have in the video so far?
Not enough.
Not enough. It's definitely not enough. Never enough.
Nope.
Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL or SFL in action, and help the channel grow through your support.
If we get 100 likes, Curtis will grow his beard out.
Too late. Right side, it's incomplete. Close to getting that one done. Will Todd fails on 3rd down, and it'll be a decision here for Arizona. I think they go for the field goal. Probably.
We've seen deep field goals from Cliff Allen before, and he's done 50 before, so 48 should be manageable. Let's see if that iron leg of his can just get right down the hash marks.
From the left hash, trying to make it a 6-0 game. Snap handled well. Kick is going to float back off to the right, and it is good. Bit of a low snap, but it was really picked up well, and it caps off an 8-play, 30-yard drive.
And that could have easily been from 55 or even 60 yards. That was a booming kick from Cliff Allen. And say it with me, yeah, special teams.
I missed my cue.
Oops.
4:18 to go in this third quarter. Arizona tacks on 3 to their lead. Still a 1-possession game, though. Motor City's still a 2-possession game. Motor City's still very much in this. And that'll be returned to the 31-yard line. See if the V8s can work their way back into this football game. 4:13 to go.
Yeah, and the big thing for Motor City is that they need to get a scoring drive going. They've had 1 first down on every now and again a drive, but they need to sustain a drive longer than what feels like 2 minutes has been their longest so far in this game. They need to sustain a drive, maybe use the rest of this third quarter to get 6 points.
They haven't been past the 30-yard line into Arizona territory at all today. That's where they punted on a 4th down. 1st and 10 for Motor City. Jackson looks to throw this over the middle. That one's caught. 1st and 10 down to the 45-yard line as they find Phil Koss there on the tight end reception. 1st and 10.
And a lot of talk throughout the season has been involving Phil Koss and how much of a highly paid receiver that he is for this team and how he doesn't get involved enough. Well, one of the reasons that they're starting to get that offense, going a little bit more has been because of Phil Koss.
1st and 10, 3:45 to go. They'll switch up the formation a little by sending the tight end into motion to the opposite side. Into the slot. Looks like a zone look on defense from Arizona. Handoff through the middle instead. Whoa, what a shoulder. What a hit. Truck stick activated for Christopher Dean. Needs to utilize some more of that physical play. It's 2nd and very little.
They need more from Christopher Dean. They just need to use his power, and he needs to just come alive just like that to get those yards. Second and super short now for Motor City.
Second and inches. 4-3 look on defense. Here come the Scorpions. Here come the V8s. Handoff through the middle, got the first down. Nothing more to the goal than that on that play for Shane Kaufman. He's got it 1st and 10.
Well, it's a 1 first down now, but now can they sustain and get another first down?
2:55 to go in this third quarter of play. Defensive line shifts over to the formation's left. Jackson, or actually that's Kelly, will throw.
Oh.
That one's caught. 1st and 10 down the left sideline. That'll put Cooper in the ball in his hands, and that's a big-time play for Motor City. They've got it in the red zone.
And there's something we haven't seen a lot in this game. Motor City throwing to the sidelines, and they do it again with Terrell Cooper. Good catch on seeing Kelly under center. I didn't see that until after he threw that football, but he's back again on this play, so he's got 2 in a row here. Interesting play. Deciding to go with the backup for these 2 opportunities. This will be Kelly looking to throw this end zone. Wow.
Touchdown. Really? Phil Koss with 2 catches on the drive, and there is a player down.
Might be one of the McMillans there.
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the, that's Phil, one of the guards. Phil McMillan down on the ground, but a big-time throw and catch as Josh Kelly gets the V8s in the end zone and makes this a 1-possession ball game. What a turn of direction for the Motor City offense.
Man, and that's what they needed too. They needed something big to happen, and they got 2 big money plays from Phil Koss and from Terrell Cooper to move down the field. And look at Josh Kelly getting those last 2 throws in to get the touchdown too. Great decision to switch to Josh Kelly on the drive.
Yeah, interesting decision as well. We didn't get any injury news on King Jackson, so I wonder what was going through the head, but it worked out very much in the V8's favor, as this one will be returned after the English T extra point. This will be returned all the way to the 37-yard line, and a nice return it was. So here come the Scorpions now, chance to chew some clock a little bit, but I mean, if you're me, I think you probably want to put your foot on the accelerator right now.
Yeah, and I would think so too. Maybe get a little bit more of that pass game involved, but that run game has been so great for Arizona. Why stop at this point? Keep feeding the ball to Moses, keep feeding the ball to Jones, and see how far they can take you on a drive.
That was Hank Earl Troll on the return for Arizona. They'll split the defensive line out. I expect a run here, and they do. Try to get it through. Nothing much doing for DJ Moses. He's got 2. And a nice tackle made. So here come the V8's defense. They've got new life. They get a stop here. All of a sudden, we maybe have a new ball game.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're looking at this as in a perspective of Motor City chomping at the bit to take the lead. So the big key here is now stopping them on 2nd down, forcing a 3rd and medium or a 3rd and long.
Jackson to throw. Puts it on the outside. Pressure coming from the backside on the tackle. It's good. 3rd and 5. That's a great tackle in the open field, trying to force Jones to the outside. Does so, and now Motor City staring in the face of a 3rd down and a chance to get off the field.
Yeah, Kappa Jones with a big tackle, basically trying to use all of his body weight, all 255 of him, to bring down that reception. And now we got a 3rd and medium, and this could be a passing down for Ashley Jackson.
3 for 7. Arizona is on 3rd down. None bigger than this one. Play action. Jackson works left. Plenty of time. Wings it deep left side. Tipped and incomplete. It's knocked down. Motor City gets the stop. And here come the V8s as they're going to get this ball back.
Great coverage work from King Rashid to stay in front of the defender on the pass. Ashley Jackson had plenty of space on the rollout. Didn't have to worry about anything. Just saw a little bit of open look from the receiver, and it just didn't pan out. And now Motor City has a chance here in this game to either tie it or to take the lead.
Here comes the fair catch called for at the 22. They need a touchdown to take the lead. Field goal makes it a 3-point game, but it'll be interesting to see who shows up out of the off the sideline for the V8s in the quarterback spot. Is it going to be King Jackson, or are they going with the hot hand Josh Kelly?
They're bringing Jackson back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see what, if they do use Josh Kelly, to do later on. 1st and 10 for the V8s. So looks like some extra help coming. It'll be an extra blitzer, and taken down at the line of scrimmage is going to be Christopher Dean.
Yeah, and Jackson hasn't been that bad so far. He's 8 of 16, if I'm stated correct on this one. With Josh Kelly being only 2 of 3, he's only had 3 passing attempts so far. But it's been good working from these quarterbacks.
Left side, incomplete. Maybe a miscommunication on the route there. Otherwise, maybe a pick play got set up. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the V8s.
Yeah, one of the dangers of any crossing route is going to be having 2 of your own players kind of bumping into each other on the cross. So you have to be careful with that. So I don't think King Jackson was ready for that bump action between the 2 offensive players.
3rd and 10. Bunch to the right. Key 3rd down for Motor City. This would be a big one to get. Jackson throws left side. That one is incomplete. Getting knocked out of the hands. That was close. Couldn't bring it down. And here comes the Scorpions one more time. King Alexander was the intended target.
Yeah, and Bo Martin Jr. using his hands to just kind of jar that ball loose, like slip it out of Alexander's hands. And that is a big stop for Arizona. They did not want Motor City to move down the field. And they're, again, going to get the ball back in good field position.
So another stop needed from this Motor City defense. This kick will be up and gone, returnable from the 46, and gets it all the way to the 49-yard line, does Donnie Haynes. So Ashley Jackson tasked with bringing her team downfield, maybe getting him into field goal range one more time, getting this back to a 2-possession ball game. 31 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. First and 10. Jackson looking to throw this immediately across her body. She's got the catch. 1st and 10. Caught, and with 23 seconds to go, likely to be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Either second last or last play, but nice rollout play. Going to the opposite side to find TJ Punk down the middle. It's a good pass to start off on 1st down of all plays. You're so used to seeing a run on 1st down from Arizona. They go pass as a misdirection.
Yeah, it looks like they will snap one more time before the end of the 3rd. 7 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. And here we go. Jackson to throw. This pressure coming from the backside. They'll set up a screen. Left side, plenty of room out to the 26-yard line. Stepped out of bounds, and that will end the 3rd frame. It's a 13-7 ball game, but Arizona is in scoring range. It's been a good drive so far for them. And to take a look at this last-ditch screen play. Here we go. Big 4th quarter coming up for both sides. 13-7. Arizona on top. As we pause for station ID, this is the SFL on YouTube. Station of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited. Back in Fatality Field, Phoenix, Arizona. Jadooby-doo, Ron Haynes in the stats truck. Brett Solberg along with me. I'm Chris Curtis in the broadcast booth, and then executive producer Cameron Irvine. Hitting the buttons behind us. This will be a handoff left side. DJ Moses gets a couple. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and again, they're going to trust that run game. They're now down to the last 10 minutes. They're in favorable position, well within Cliff Allen range at this point, so they could just be happy with shedding the clock and getting a field goal out of this to turn this into what would be a 9-point game.
Yeah, we really want to keep it to a 3-point try if you can, if you're Motor City. Left side, handoff, trying to get through the hole, and does not get the 1st down. 3rd and inches coming up. Your time is now to get your voice on the call. We are looking for passionate SFL participants to join our broadcast team for the continuation of SFLM season number 9, kicking off next month. Visit sfl.net at simfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and be one of the biggest difference makers in the future of SFL action. Hopefully you can read that ad read better than I can. That's 1st and goal down to the 8-yard line. DJ Moses has them with a scoring chance as they get the 1st down.
Yeah, plenty of space wide open. Didn't have to worry about, inching himself to the 1st down. Could easily just break right through. 1st and goal at the 8 now for Arizona. If they get a score on this one, it's definitely going to hurt Motor City's chances of coming back. So Motor City needs to get 3 stops and force a field goal in a goal line situation.
Big moment right here for Arizona and for Motor City. Left side, caught and breaks a tackle to Brad Jones. Gets taken down after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and goal coming up.
And now it's just about perseverance if you're Motor City. You have to find ways to get first and second tacklers immediately, especially to the run guys. We know we've seen that on the first goal line play from Arizona in this game. It was just a run for Jones. Can they do it again here?
2nd and goal. Arizona trying to punch it in. Get themselves back up by 2 scores. Man-to-man on the outside. Handoff left side, trying to get there. No, stopped there before they got back to the line of scrimmage. DJ Moses is stopped in his tracks. Set 3rd and goal coming up here. Big moment for Motor City's defense.
And I wouldn't be too surprised if Arizona goes one more time with the run, just so they can, A, shed more clock, and B, see if they can, test the strength of, it looks to be Moses in the backfield.
Motion man, this might be a run to the right. We've seen this before. Misdirection off the motion. Let's see. Play action. Jackson throws. End zone. It's incomplete. Nearly picked off as well. It'll be 4th down on the other side, and a field goal attempt coming for the Scorpions.
An excellent dive from Mark Kaufman as well, seeing that there was a little bit of separation between him and Punk on that left side, and he just needed to dive forward, use his outstretched hand to just get a little bit of the football. He does, and they're going to force a chip shot field goal and keep this at a single-digit game.
3 more points for Cliff Allen potentially. Left hash, handled well. Kick is up and on the way, and it drives right through. It's 16-7. 9 plays, 47 yards, but more importantly, time gone off of the clock over 3 minutes.
Yeah, and the big thing, Arizona wanted to get some clock off, and 3 minutes may not be enough to what they wanted to have, but now that's saying, Motor City, you've got 7.5 minutes to essentially score twice.
They do indeed, whether it be a field goal and a touchdown or 2 touchdowns. They need one of those 2 things to happen to come back in this game. They also have their defense play at the top of their game. Sutherland on the return. To the 20, 25, tries to work his way through the middle to the 30, he'll get to the 29, and no further than that. 16-7 Arizona, Motor City back on the field.
Now you have to think, with this run game only getting 39 yards, are Motor City forced into a passing situation now?
I think so. That's a fairly good point. I think at this point you have to more or less abandon the run. It hasn't been working for him anyway for the most part. And I think that's a look at the shotgun is them telling us exactly what they're thinking about doing. 1st and 10. That is Jackson under center in the gun.
We got 2 tight ends on this formation, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Koss goes on a streak route here.
Looking to throw this. Throwing left side. That one's caught. Not a lot to it. Only a 5-yard gain. Phil Koss with his 4th catch, but it does make it a manageable 2nd down.
Interesting. He goes with an in route instead of a go, which is what I was expecting. A lot of tight ends love to go with the go route because it's just one direction. That's straightforward. But an in route still works, and they get the 5 yards.
Handoff, right side. That's a problem. That's going to only gain them a yard, and I'm surprised they even got that. Here comes 3rd and 4 for the Motor City.
Yeah, I would have kept passing because, Jackson still knows how to sling that rock, and they're basically forced in a situation where they need to throw the football.
3rd and 4. Big time play coming up here. You hear Arizona's crowd in the backfield trying to get loud. Jackson in trouble. Pump fake. Now throws over the right side. It's incomplete. That was a long ball, and it hits the ground harmlessly. 4th down and 4. They're not quite in 4-down territory yet, but they're close.
Overthrown by about 2 or 3 yards, but he had 2 receivers open deep downfield too. That is one of those heartbreaking plays where if Jackson didn't have that, on that off-foot pump fake, maybe it would have worked out and he would have had maybe a more secure throw. But nonetheless, they're punting this football away and giving Arizona an opportunity to shed more clock.
And this is going to be a big-time defensive play, a couple of plays for Motor City. 6:25 to go. Stop Arizona at their own 32-yard line, but we're looking at guaranteed 3 run plays. At least it should be if you're Arizona.
Yeah, and if you're looking at someone who's going to get those first downs for you, I'm looking at DJ Moses, 18 carries for 100 yards already.
Yeah, why wouldn't you lean on him at this point? Brad Jones has been doing decent work too in case DJ needs to come out, but here we go. Let's see what we got. This will be a throw for Jackson. Blitz coming. Set up the screen on the outside. Plenty of room. 1st down and more. Out to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. That's not what we were expecting. That's not what Motor City was expecting either.
And Arizona doesn't do this. They don't do swing passes. Coming into this game, only 5 receptions between Jones and Moses. And they've done this, I believe, 3 times now in this game, just to Moses alone. So they've really just changed things in the game plan to add more swing passes and add a wrinkle to that offense, which has been killing Motor City in this game.
Yeah, Motor City hasn't been able to account for those running backs, but they've been doing damage. No doubt about that. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Weak side I formation. They'll overload the left side now. 2 receivers. That's Donnie Hands. Move to the bottom of your screen. Handoff. Gonna put him strong side. That's plenty of room for Brad Jones, and he's got himself a first down. Well, I mean, you tell them they got to run it. They say, okay, give it to Brad Jones. He'll work his way for 11 yards.
Yeah, and why not go with either Jones or Moses? Those two have been eating up this Motor City defense since the start of the second quarter and have really just dominated things throughout. Really grinding things to a halt, but that's what run games do. They shed clock and they end up scoring points.
5 and 22 left. 2 off to the right. Throw short, incomplete. Nothing doing, but it does stop the clock. Yale Montana was the intended target.
Yeah, and maybe a pass was a little bit ill-advised on first down, but they do want to change, things a little bit up now and again, and kind of force Motor City to really second guess what kind of defensive play they want to bring out to the table.
2nd and 10, 4-3 look on defense for Motor City. Five seconds on the play clock. Here comes the throw. Pressure coming, and Ashley Jackson is crunched at midfield. 3rd and long.
Well, I guess you're forced to pass now, and that was no coverage whatsoever from the offensive line, and not even from the running back block. Just looked to be Moses that missed the guy completely, and Ashley had no time to even look through progressions. Now it's 3rd and a country mile.
Yeah, I think Ashley Jackson just ran faster than her block could cover her for.
That was
a designed roll, and the coverage came on the roll.
Yeah.
So interesting play. 3rd and 16. Jackson in some trouble again. We'll tuck it and run this. Going to try to make it more manageable. Not going to be in field goal range. 4th and 7, but they'll have a chance to pin Motor City down.
Well, I don't know. Cliff Allen hit a 48-yarder with plenty of space. Do you think you'd go with 56? They're not going to try it, but that would have been something interesting.
This is definitely not the quarterfinals of the playoffs a few years ago. I can tell you that.
And this ain't Florida either.
Right, exactly. 4th and 7. And we'll punt this one away. This is going to be high in the air, very high punt. Bounces at the 7-yard line and then into the end zone for the touchback. Motor City going to start at the 20. They got to go 80 yards, get the ball back, and then do it again to give themselves a chance.
Put your seatbelts on, Motor City fans. Let's see if they can figure something here with 4:12 left to go. I wouldn't be too surprised if they start slinging it here on first down.
Sammy seatbelts on the sideline. Can't bring him on.
Oh, well, we've seen multi-position players in this league this season. You wouldn't be too surprised if that happens.
4:12 to go. 4-3 look on defense for Arizona. Handoff. Left side, and they'll get 3. 2nd and 7 for Christopher Dean. I mean, I guess getting, you got to keep the defense honest, right? But how long do you want to keep that shroud up?
See, that would have been something I would have liked to do on like 2nd or 3rd and short, but not on 1st and 10. You start off with a pass. They got Josh Kelly out here for 2nd and 7.
He's thrown every other time he's been out here, so expect this will be a heave as well. Kelly's got it. Backs it up. Plenty of time. Wings it over the middle. That one's
no, not at all.
I don't think so. We'll see. As of right now, calling the field is that it is a fumble, and Rain Rie picks it up. But I have a feeling that we're going to have a look at this thanks to our friends at Retroid.
Yeah, I don't think Phil Koss had a football play at all to get himself even covered. There was maybe 1 foot down on that catch too. I would be throwing that. Yeah, there it is. There's the challenge flag, and we will be taking a retroactive look brought to you by Retroid. Get yourself a handheld Retroid console at GoRetroid.com, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis, we got to talk about this play here.
We do, and indeed, and the basis of it is, does he establish possession? Does he tuck it back in and keep a hold on the football before it is jarred loose?
because he didn't even get that second foot down. That's what I'm thinking right now. I don't even think that's a football play entirely, but that was the right pass to go to. Koss was wide open, just a jarring of the ball loose. I could see this being overturned.
Let's see. Okay, it is overturned. So that is going to be good news for Motor City. They keep the football. By the way, thank you for doing my ad read. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. It helps you out, especially. So you gotta keep the viewers honest too. You never know what an analyst will come in and read some ads
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the Brett meter.
Yeah, exactly.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Motor City back out on the field. That's Kelly again, I believe.
No, it's Jackson.
Yeah, it's Jackson. Okay. And there's a pitch play right side and a misguided attempt at the toss. And now 4th down and 4. They're definitely going to go for this. The only reason you toss that there is if you know that you're going for it on 4th down.
Exactly. You want, and it's a little bit closer for them, but they are hurrying things up. They got 4 receivers out. This is do or die.
Gotta heave this, Jackson.
Oh, and that might be it.
He's gonna probably do it. 20-10-5. That's an Arizona touchdown. And what a way to seal the deal. It is Bo Martin Jr.
Mr. Second half tonight has been Bo Martin Jr. as he, gets heavily involved in the defense in that second half. And the biggest thing was just getting in front of 2 receivers. He was at first initially covering King Alexander and then gets the Terrell Cooper pass and takes it to the house. This could be the nail in the coffin for Motor City's game and for the season.
Yeah, they needed to win out to give themselves a shot at a wild card berth, and that was not going to happen on Arizona's watch as Cliff Allen will deposit the extra point between the uprights. 23-7, 2:09 to go, and that's a rather defeated-looking Motor City bunch on the sideline.
Yeah, and it's something that they didn't want to have against this Arizona squad. They fought hard for a lot of this game, but you talk about that dam breaking open. It just took until the fourth quarter to break open.
Yep, fair enough. Kick is up and gone. Sutherland to return. Flag on the play. Sutherland gets a run to the outside and runs out of bounds. But that could be coming back thanks to a block in the back.
I was going to say that they might call it clipping here, and we'll probably see the replay.
Yep.
That's gonna set them all the way back.
Yep, back to the Motor City 21-yard line after the block at the back, and you'll see it circled here.
Yeah, had the initial block, a little bit of an egregious push.
Okay, I guess.
That's one of those where you kind of have to, but also at the same time, people wouldn't fault you if you didn't throw the flag up.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at. Let them play at that point, yeah. I think. 1st and 10. So Zebras have their say, and it is indeed an offensive block in the back. Oh, pressure coming right side, and that is caught. That was the weirdest developing play and sequence of physical contact I think I've seen in the SFL. 2nd and 3.
That's still a catch for Gusters, though.
It is indeed. Right, that's over the middle. Another one over the middle. That one's caught. I think that was the same play.
And it's Alexander this time. They want the slot receiver. This is a good formation to hurry up with.
Jackson again. Right side, incomplete. That one will hit the ground. Clock stops. New formation.
Yeah, not a bad idea to go with the hurry up at this point. See if we can get 2 quick scores in the last 2 minutes and 36 seconds. It's not completely over yet, but just with the pace of play from Arizona, it all signs point towards a 9th Arizona win. But never say never in the SFL.
That's true. We've learned our lesson from that. Nickel defense against the Motor City offense. Right side. It was incomplete as well. There's a lot of contact there. Wondered if maybe some of it happened before the ball got there, but either way, 3rd down.
And an open receiver on that side too, but he decides to throw against double coverage, which I wouldn't have done as a quarterback. But then again, I've had 0 pass attempts in my career, so don't listen to me on that front.
Quads look, 3rd and 10. Long drop back, throw right side, incomplete. 4th down. This will probably be your ball game.
Yeah, this has to be something conjured up in the mind of Robert Thump to get that 1st down, because Arizona's coverage team has been on lock in this 4th quarter, and all keyed in by Bo Martin Jr.'s pick 6.
4th and 10, 2.5 minutes to go. Quads look for Motor City, trying to get all the way down to the 45-yard line. Throw for the first down, incomplete. That will turn possession back over to Arizona, and they can start to chew this clock away.
Yeah, and it throws to someone like Jay Viper, who has had not a lot of love in this game. Interesting approach from King Jackson. I would have looked at one of your receivers that has had a little bit more love. Someone like Sutherland, Alexander, Cooper. Hell, Phil Koss has 10 targets to his name alone. You might have gone his way. But you go with someone who's only had one target prior to that one. I'm not sure about the decision-making on that front from King Jackson.
1st and 10 for Arizona. Arizona going to try to wrap up their 9th win on this campaign. 10-win season under their belt, not out of the realm of possibility. The way this looks. Hand off right side, going to break a tackle, then get dropped on his head. And it's Motor City making the stop. Everybody knows that Arizona needs to run this ball, and Motor City trying to take advantage of it. If they can jar the ball loose, maybe they'll have an outside shot. But 16 points is a big ask.
It is, and with now going into the 2-minute warning, it's making it more and more improbable as we speak.
So that is indeed the last play before the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds left to go in this one. 23-7 in favor of the Scorpions. Looking ahead to these two teams' last matchups of the season. Arizona on offense here, they go against Vancouver, in Vancouver at the Delta Dome. And it's going to be in 1 week's time, and then that was a run forward for 2. Timeout taken by Motor City.
Yeah, and now we're just going to play the timeout game at this point. Doesn't matter what Arizona does. They're just going to keep running the football, more than likely to shut the clock. Motor City's going to use their timeouts. And this is the game we play when it comes to 2 minutes left.
And Motor City goes to Louisiana. They have a date with the Revolution in the Swamp in Houma. That's their last game of the season. That's week number 15, sorry. As week 14, they are on a bye. It's one more timeout for Motor City.
Yeah, and Motor City will have 2 weeks to study Louisiana as well, because they have the week 14 bye. So they still want to end their season off on a high note. So if they can do it against Louisiana, who's fighting for a playoff spot at this stage, they could be the ultimate spoiler against the Louisiana people.
That will be a field goal attempt upcoming for Cliff Allen. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way, and we'll add 3 more to the total as Cliff Allen's 3 for 3 today on field goals, 26-7.
Yeah, you trust on All Reliable when it comes to getting those field goals. Cliff Allen has been pretty much automatic all season. You're close enough, you give it to him. Now that makes him 24 or 26 this season.
Nope, they'll give the ball back to Motor City one more time. 26-7 to see if Motor City can get something going in the tail end of this game. That will be returnable from the end zone. This is a nice return
Another
from
one?
Sutherland, and another. Oh, penalties are offset, so they'll replay the kick.
That's interesting.
I've never seen that before.
I think that's the first time in 4K23 history that we're seeing this.
Yep.
But nonetheless,
so face mask and a clipping.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So yeah, we're gonna see this kickoff one more time.
So good, they're gonna do it twice. Interesting. Minute 42 to go. Kick is up and gone. Sutherland's going to get another crack at it. He'll have it 5 yards deep in his end zone. He'll return it, because why not? To the 20, spin at the 23, to the 25, breaks a tackle, breaks a, nope, not quite, didn't quite break that one, to the 29-yard line. He's had a great return day all day long.
Yeah, and right now he's definitely been, a bright spot to this game, especially with the pass game and now with the special teams game as well. It just, a couple shedded tackles have really helped things. And you got to remember, there was at one point before the before the penalty on the last kickoff that he got to the 40-yard line. So he's trying to give Motor City good position.
So as we have Motor City on the field in the offense, their season, they have a couple of games, or they have one more game left, but their season for playoff purposes is officially done. And it's unfortunate for them, and they'll come back next season with a new refreshed look. hopefully trying to get things done. This will be a pass for Jackson, left side. That one's caught. Plenty of room left side, down the sideline to the 40, 35, 30, 25, and out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Motor City. That's a nice catch and run down the left sideline.
Yeah, and they get Jay Viper involved now as the last 2 throws have been going his way. Maybe just, as a sign of apology for not getting involved all game. But he breaks out for a big one, and Motor City's threatening here.
1st and 10. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Throw coming, left side, tipped in, incomplete, out of bounds. Minute 24 to go. And then Arizona, they get a win tonight. They move back into sole possession of 1st place in the league standings and in the playoff picture as they hold on now to the 1 seed after they briefly relinquished it, thanks to Motor City's win earlier tonight. Five wide. Jackson looks to throw this again, right side, a little bit of a floater, but it's caught. 8-yard gain, last time out taken by Motor City.
Yeah, they're going to use every second that they can to at least. They're going to play for pride until all the numbers on that clock say 0 on it. So I give credit to Motor City to keep fighting despite this game not really being to their favor.
It definitely had a better potential than it ended up on paper. That's for sure. Jackson looking to throw this over the middle, incomplete. So 13 for 31 is Jackson in this game. He has not been as sharp as he would like to be. But part of that, his receivers have not necessarily put themselves in positions to catch the football either.
No, and it's been a struggle for even guys like King Alexander, who's only had 1 reception on 6 targets. It's been difficult goings for these wide receivers.
Quad look, they'll move Cooper to the top of your screen. Arizona trying to prevent a last-minute score here. Motor City will throw. That is intercepted and back the other way. That's the other 4. It's 34 on the roster who's going to take that all the way back to the house. Terrell Davis, touchdown.
That is rubbing salt to the wound for Motor City, and a little bit of an ill-advised throw from King Jackson leads it right into Terrell Davis's hands, and there was no other place for him to go other than just straight. He had wide open space. There's just so many receivers and so many defenders in the area. That's a tough throw to make if you're a quarterback, and Davis just had the wherewithal to reach out with his hands, jump up, and just gun it right to the end zone.
Well, that's a heck of a way to end it. This game was not as lopsided as the score would indicate at the start of the second half.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And Arizona just put their foot down and said, absolutely not. Cliff Allen on the case for another extra point. He's up and good with this one. 33-7, Arizona with 1 minute to go. We'll kick the ball back to Motor City.
So that makes it 20 unanswered points from Arizona, because at one point it was 13-7, and we were talking about Motor City potentially tying the game.
Yeah, tying or taking the lead, exactly.
But now it's gone to the balloon into this absolute blowout. If people just see the box score from this one, they'll just say, oh, Arizona took care of business. No, it took until the 4th quarter to get there.
Yeah, exactly. This will be another return for Sutherland. He's going to try to work past one. Juke play is good, and he'll get down to the 30-yard line. That is a pretty solid way for that to go. I see the super chat. I'm going to have you read it, Brett.
Yeah, it comes from Mr. Eddie Gage himself. Arizona, first off, it's $10. Arizona, I love y'all. To DJ Moses, don't ever put your head down again. A down season doesn't mean a damn thing. As long as I'm here, you're here. We need you. I started you tonight to prove it. And proof did DJ Moses. 20 carries, 102 yards, has been the catalyst to Arizona's offense here tonight.
33-7. This is a throw left side. Incomplete. I let you read that A because you do the better Eddie Gage impression than I do, and also because I couldn't actually see what he said. So there's that.
Well, it doesn't help that it was yellow, and
right.
that really hurts for the visually impaired. And I shouldn't say more than impaired, but impaired. Exactly. So
you know what hurts even more? When people move the furniture like 5 inches to the right, and you don't know where everything is.
Oh man.
Yep, it's no fun.
I gotta talk to Skippy about that.
No, she's visually impaired too. You gotta talk to me about it. Right side. That one's caught. First down and more out to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. 46 ticks to go.
Yeah, a bright part of that passing offense has been Johan Sutherland. Another big catch from him tonight.
Split backs and a spike. As Motor City going to prolong the inevitable here. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and Greg Soto is saying if they can get another pick six, they'll get the over on the over-under here. So I think Arizona's still playing for money here.
Interesting. Well, if you had Arizona's defense in your fantasy team, you did pretty well.
I'd say so.
Left side, caught, and get a little bit more to it than that to the 35. King Alexander's 3rd reception of the day.
Starting to get that pass offense going. Not a case of too little too late, but at the end of the day, they're still getting it going, which is going to be good for them so they can study which plays work and which plays don't against Louisiana.
Chance for them to do something after the last bye week of the season. Motor City got one more game to go after this. Arizona's got one more game to go after this as well. They have a bye week in week 15. So their last game of the season is next week at Vancouver. Update from the other game. Touchdown, the difference in the Vancouver and Florida game. Florida 20, Vancouver 13. Left side and incomplete. I saw you saw the score already in the game chat, so I figured it would be okay.
Another game, another close score from Vancouver not going their way. I'll just say.
Yep. I mean, all these one-possession games got to even out at some point. It might just be next season.
Yeah, that better result in us going 12-0.
22 seconds left. 3rd down. Throws this left side, incomplete. 4th down and 10. This is your ball game here.
Yeah, just again, playing for pride. You might as well use all 4 downs. Why not? Doesn't matter where you are in this position. Just keep slinging that rock, trusting your receivers.
It is Christopher Dean out there in the single back formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 4th down and 10. Going to move him out to a route runner. Arizona with the appreciative crowd chants. Right side, it is incomplete. And that's going to do it.
And just a jarring of the ball loose. Just great work from the defense to just stay intact. Everett Garrison, usually the name of the defense that we talk about a lot, but has taken a little bit of a lesser role in favor of guys like McCray and Bo Martin Jr. And why wouldn't you? Those two guys are studs, but Garrison is a stud all on himself too.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Arizona gets the ball back. 14 seconds to go. Victory formation for Ashley Jackson. And a great way to finish off the 9th win of the season. They go for 10 next week in the game against Vancouver. Double-digit win season after a disappointing season 22 by all of Eddie Gage and Arizona standards. They come back with a really good season this time around, as that will have the clock hit zeros. 33-7, Arizona wins over Motor City. And Brett Solberg, let's talk about what this game meant to you, what you saw, what you didn't see. What do you think?
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. The score does not dictate how the game was at one point. We're talking about a 13-7 game at the end of the 3rd quarter, but Motor City just could not find their way. 2 big pick sixes from Bo Martin Jr. and Terrell Davis were essentially the difference makers, along with 2 more Cliff Allen field goals in the 4th quarter to really push things away. They didn't really do much offensively in that 4th quarter, but the 2nd and 3rd were basically the difference makers so that Arizona could really break themselves away, turn a deadlock into a score more favorable for them, and it ended up being another victory for Arizona in their books, their 9th of the season, 4 more than they did last season, which is definitely a huge improvement. And they're going to keep moving forward against Vancouver next week for their final game of the season.
Yep, very good. 33-7, Arizona takes the game over Motor City. For Ron Haynes, for Jadoobie-Doo, for Brett Solberg, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from the desert. We will see you tomorrow night for the Monday Night Spectacular.